What's up, everybody? It is the best bot, KidSmoove, and I am back with another video. Just let me fix my camera. Sorry. All right, so been gone for a while, but finally got something I really wanted to talk about. Been playing a lot of games. If you missed episode 15 of actually we're on episode 15, episode 14, playing Xbox. We had Jack Move Johnny on. Check that out. The latest episode is in the description below. You can also check us out on iTunes and Soundcloud. Make sure you guys check back next Tuesday. We'll have good friend Black Bond on the show. So take a look out for that this coming Tuesday. Now, Xbox One X Standard Edition pre-orders has went live the other day, and it's been selling well. Some stores are sold out. Amazon sold out. #1 on US Amazon, #1 on UK Amazon. So it's doing good. I already have my Project Scorpio Edition pre-order, so I am all set for November 7th. However, I still isn't really. I'm still not really set on the display that I want, that I'm going to use. And I've been going from monitor to monitor. Right now, currently, I own two 4K monitors at home. I have a 28-inch Acer 4K. I think it's just a standard 4K monitor. I think 5 millisecond response time or whatever, I believe. Standard 4K. I don't think it offers FreeSync or anything like that, right? That's the one I had for probably almost a year now. The other 4K monitor I own is an actual LG monitor, not this LG monitor that's on the screen here, but I own this monitor, which is on sale right now at Best Buy, the LG 27UD69 IPS LED 4K FreeSync monitor. So it is a 4K monitor that uses FreeSync. I currently have my Xbox One S and my PlayStation 4 Pro connected to this monitor, and I often use it as a double screen with my other 4K monitor. Now, I initially bought this monitor, and I'm like, all right, this is what I'm going to use for my Xbox One X, but I wasn't completely satisfied because obviously it's missing one thing. It's missing HDR, and we all know 4K HDR monitors, HDR monitors in general, are very rare to find, and when they do come out, they come with a large price tag. And so I've been trying to price these things out. It's like, man, which one do I want to drop some money on? Is there any ones that are affordable and whatnot? I mean, some things that PC gamers look for in monitors may not apply to a console gamer for looking at monitors, such as response time. On a console, anything from 1 to 5 or even 1 to 7 is fine, even though if you're actually gaming on a PC, the response time, you want under you probably want it under 5, 5 milliseconds and whatnot. So and a lot of PC gamers, they want 144 hertz or 120 hertz, whatever, for the refresh rate. Console gamer, you can go with a 60 hertz. I mean, that's the minimum for like 60 frames. Even if you want to use that on a PC to at least get 60 frames, you're fine with that. But if you want to go greater, that's when like anything over 60 actually matters to you. So as a console gamer, so my needs in a 4K monitor or a gaming monitor is actually not as intense as what some PC gamers need. However, I do want to get the best monitor to companion with my Xbox One X. A lot of you guys are going to tell me a bunch of TVs, or get this QLED, or get this HDR TV, or the KS9000, whatever. I'm comfortable with my enclosed small setup, with my webcam there, my microphone there, my monitor, like an office space. So I prefer gaming on a monitor. If I can get a monitor that can give me that same fidelity, the 4K resolution, the HDR, I'm going to want to go for that. So right now, I currently have a 4K monitor that supports FreeSync, which the Xbox One X supports both FreeSync and FreeSync 2. But now I've been shopping. I was like, I might want to grab this thing early. I found a couple of monitors, right, that would meet the thing about the monitors, they meet one or the other. They don't meet all. The LG 32 4K UHD is the only monitor that I know that meets of all. But obviously, you see the price tag. It's $1,000. It's it's nearly $500 is $500 more than the Xbox One X and just the same price as the iPhone X. So I mean, it is costly, and I'm not really mad at the price. It's 32 inches. It's a 4K monitor with HDR 10. So Xbox One X supports that. It also has a FreeSync with this monitor. So this, in ideal situations, would be the best monitor for me to get at this time. The only thing is, this thing doesn't have an availability like date. It's not really available. You can I don't know when it's actually coming out, if I'm not mistaken. It's, you know, it has a suggested price. It says where you can buy it, but when you go to these places of where you can buy it, and that's not my zip code, but whatever, it still has like the pre-order tag on, like, and then Amazon, it's not there. I checked. I mean, you can find it, but it's not available. So it's just like, it's gonna be hard to come by, and I want to make sure I have this thing day and date with the Xbox One X, and it is $1,000. So I'm just a little bit uncomfortable with that, and I know I can possibly get some cheaper options that gives me some of the same stuff as possible. I love LG, but there's some other options out there like Samsung, Acer, Asus, and Dell. So speaking of them, let's look at Samsung. Samsung has just released their gaming monitor that supports HDR and FreeSync. The only problem with this monitor, they have two of them. They have one that's 49 inches that is 3840 by 1080p. And then they have another, which is the one we're looking at, is a 2560 by 44p. So this is a 1444p monitor, which does support HDR 10, and it does support FreeSync 2. Everything that the Xbox One X supports. Now, my only problem with it, it's 1440p. So, and I know the Xbox One X supports super sampling, and which would bring 4K games down to the 1080p image, but I guess it will do the same thing for 1440p displays, which would be cool because I would be getting a nice, and there's going to be some games that are native 1440p or higher that would definitely do this monitor some justice. But the thing is, it's like, man, I'm not gonna get the full 2160p. I know the scale down is gonna make the display on that monitor look even better because it's taking those same 4K assets and just pretty much bringing them down to a 1440p image if you were to select this. But this one, it is a higher than 1080p. It's a higher than 1080p at 1440p. Does support HDR and FreeSync, so it offers everything. My only down spot about it is that it's not really 4K. The price, $650, is actually fine. I wouldn't, that's fine. I would actually do it. It's just like, do I want to use this monitor? Is there something else? And then I seen something else from Dell. Dell has the Sharp 27 4K monitor, which we're looking at here. This monitor supports 4K and it supports HDR. Now, it's Dell HDR. It's not like HDR Plus, HDR Pro, or HDR 10. It's Dell HDR, but the Dell HDR that it supports is equivalent to HDR 10. It meets all the same requirements that HDR 10 uses. So games that are that the Xbox One X uses as far as for HDR will be compatible and look good on this thing. It's going for $549 right now. The price on this is $549. I seen it on Amazon for $517. I almost hit checkout, right? Until I started reading some of the reviews, and they were talking about the bleeding through and the fact that it doesn't support FreeSync. And right now, I know at the moment FreeSync isn't important to console gamers, but we don't know how that's going to impact. You know, there's word of Forza 7 and Star Wars Battlefront 2 supporting variable refresh rates, which will coincide with FreeSync monitors. So that's where I'm like, and I plan on getting Forza 7, and I plan on getting Battlefront 2. Remember, bang, bang, I'm a beast, from my Battlefront gameplay vids that I uploaded some years back. So I don't know. So now I'm in a point where I don't really care to game on a 4K TV. I can get one. That would be the ultimate choice. I can get the 4K 50, 60 inch a 4K HDR TV either by Sony, LG, or Samsung, and pair my Xbox One X with that. But I kind of like my desk setup where I have my 4K monitors and whatnot. I just don't know which one to get or which ones will be the best ideal. You know, some people are telling me just get a 4K HDR monitor. We don't know how important FreeSync is going to be to Xbox One X just yet. So you could be good with just a 4K HDR monitor. And then I have people going for the Samsung 1440p that supports HDR and FreeSync. I mean, which should still be a very, very nice pairing with the Xbox One X. And then you got the LG monitor, which is obviously the most expensive that supports all. It's just my problem is the availability. I don't know when it's going to be available. I know Acer and Asus is coming out with some 4K HDR monitors that support either G-Sync or FreeSync sometime next year. But they're going to be coming in at $1,600. Hell, the Samsung 1080p HDR FreeSync monitors that's 49 inches is going at $1,500 right now, which is it's a super ultra wide. It's kind of ugly if you ask me, but I don't know what to do. Should I stick with what I have? The monitor I have is 4K, it supports FreeSync, but it has no HDR. I want HDR, that's the problem. So I have the choice of Dell, which is a 4K HDR monitor with no FreeSync, or I have the choice of Samsung, which is a 1440p with HDR and FreeSync. So I don't know what to do. They're about $100 difference. I really don't know. Or should I wait for that LG? Let me know. And what are you doing? What are you planning on pairing your Xbox One X with? Are you doing it with a 4K monitor? Are you doing it with a 4K TV? Let me know in the comment section below. And hope to hear from you guys. It's KidSmoove. Xbox is the best box, and I am the best bot. Good night, or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe, like I am. Peace.